Well, already, hey guys, it's Think Outside the Cube, and what you're looking at is the replacement for the Cube. This is my new to me 2009 Honda Civic EXL. I always saw myself in this generation Civic even before I even got the Cube. But I did cross shop this with a 2013 Honda Civic LX, a 2014 Kia Forte EX, just like the base EX, and then what was another car? A 2013 Volkswagen Jetta SE with convenience and sunroof. But this, I just kept coming back to this. I don't know what it is about these. Of course, the cheaper price also enticed me to it, but it just, I don't know, these just have a certain charm to me. This is a previous one-owner car. We purchased it a few hours away. The previous owner actually replaced this car with a black 2014 Nissan Juke SV. So, yes, this is the post-refresh model. The refresh was in 2009. The refresh gave you that, that chrome strip above the license plate. Before that was just body color. It gave you, or it gives you, the 16-inch dark finish alloy wheels. And see, what I like about these is there's rear disc brakes on EX models and above. But coming around the front, of course, there is minor little rock chips and stuff. I did order some crystal black pearl, crystal black metallic, crystal pearl metallic, whatever the paint color is. I did order some touch-up paint. There's a few rock chips and stuff. But it's a 5-year-old car. What can you expect? Coming around this side, as you can see, I do have the Pinstripe, and usually I'm not a fan of pinstripes, but see, this is the original genuine Honda Pinstripe, and it just looks really sleek on the black paint. We did just wash and wax the car, me and my father did. But coming down here, this is one thing I don't like, that nasty exhaust. I've actually been to every auto store in my town, and they don't have an exhaust, like a chrome tip exhaust finisher to put on this thing. So I guess I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and pay the $7 shipping for the one I want on Amazon. And I know the tacky blind spot mirrors, I did add those. I was so accustomed to them with having them on my Cube, I just had to put them on. They were like $1.97 at Walmart. Coming inside, you can see I have the gray leather interior. It's in pretty good condition. You know, just minor cracking, which that's what you get with any leather. I did use some like interior cleaning wipes, no leather conditioner or anything like that yet. But I am going to do that eventually. They are kind of dirty. This is the worst spot right here with the most wear. It's not even that bad, to be honest. They just need a good cleaning. Trying not to say so much. Oh my gosh. So let's go ahead and get inside and start up the car. As you can see, looking down here, this is a pretty rare find indeed. I do have the original valet key with the plastic key cover on it. I have a second key fob, and I have the original like thing that came on the car when they bought it brand new. I have the window sticker. I have the pamphlet that was purchased at Crown Honda of South Point. But you know, just all that kind of stuff that makes it it just shows the car has been well taken care of. But we'll go ahead and start the car up and look at the engine. If you saw this in my mystery startup video, this is actually here because I always forget my wallet when I get in my car. I don't know why. And you know, driving without your wallet is kind of frowned upon, so that's to prevent me from getting a ticket or something like that. But this model does have 41,139 miles. I got it with 40,000, like 50. So it has basically the same mileage my Cube had when I got it. So we'll go ahead and start it up. And then we'll look under the hood. Under the hood, you have Honda's R18 1.8 liter inline 4-cylinder, producing 140 horsepower and 128 pound-feet of torque with iVTEC. All models from 2006 to 2011 had VTEC. You didn't have to get an EX model or anything like that. This is connected to a 5-speed automatic or a 5-speed manual, and to only the front wheels. The only known issues with this engine block, or this engine right now, is early 2006 models are starting to crack, but Honda has extended a warranty of 8 years unlimited mileage for 2006 to 2009 models. So luckily I am covered under that warranty. And we did have to purchase a new battery. It still had the original battery in it, and the guy knew that it needed to be replaced, so he went ahead and marked off the price a little more for the battery. But yeah, we'll go ahead and jump back inside. As you can see, the hood is lined, and yeah, typical Honda Civic engine bay. Alright, so coming back inside the car, as you can see, I do have a 6-way manual driver's seat, a 4-way manual passenger seat. Coming back inside, looking at your door panel, you can see there is a soft touch upper door panel, really nice, kind of rare in the compact class back in the day. I think the only other car that had a soft touch door panel was the Jetta. So coming to your door handle, it is just a silver painted plastic door handle. You do have some leather stitching right here. On cloth models, this was actually just a piece of scratchy plastic. And then coming below, you do have a padded leather stitched armrest. Right here you have all 4 of your power windows. The driver is auto up and down. You have your power locks and you have your power mirrors. Coming over here, you have your VSA button. The only way you could get vehicle stability assist on a 8th generation Civic was basically you had to get a model with leather, so you had to get an EXL, you had to get a hybrid, or you had to get an SI. It wasn't offered on any other trim, so that was a pretty cheap omission, I guess you could say, for Honda to do that, but that's been rectified with newer generations. Above that you have your trip reset and all that kind of stuff, your gauge brightness. Below that you have a little storage cubby, and then there's your hood release and your dead pedal. Looking at your leather wrap steering wheel, it is stitched in perforated leather and regular leather up top. You have side bolstering grip extensions, which everyone is crazy about. I don't understand what the big hype about it is, but yeah, there's that. You do have volume or radio and cruise controls. And then coming over here, you have your lighting controls, no automatic lights, and you have variable intermittent speed wipers, which you get on EX models and above. Looking at this one, as you can see, I do have 41,139 miles. As I said, when I got the car, it had about 40,050 miles. So yeah, that's from the drive back and stuff like that. So this is basically your tachometer and all your lighting or your lights down here. And then up top, you have your temperature, your fuel, and your miles per hour reading out. Looking over here at the dash, I guess you call it, I don't have navigation, unfortunately. The only reason I kind of wish I did was for the XM radio and for the Bluetooth. So yeah, I mean, the graphics were crunchy and stuff, but still, and it looked aftermarket and ugly. I just wish I had that XM radio and those Bluetooth controls. Below it, you do have single zone manual climate control. I really miss my automatic controls, but you know, you win some, you lose some. It does have heated mirrors also. You got that on the EXL model. Right below that, you can see I have a little charger for my phone and an aux port down there. Right here, I just have some hand sanitizer. Down here, I have my garage door opener and some change. Here's my 5-speed automatic. Pretty smooth shifting, no complaints there. It's pretty smart too. Putting it in reverse, no backup camera. Here's your e-brake to the left of that. Below that, you have dual stage heated seats for the driver and passenger. A little area right here where everyone seems to put chapstick. All the Civic owners I know put chapstick here. Right here, this was actually an accessory from my Cube. I just keep my sunglasses in it because there's no sunglasses holder. If my passenger needs to put a drink there, I can just stick this like right over here or something like that. But it fits well right here. As you know, 8th gen Civics have the little cover right here. They eliminated that in the newer models. On your armrest, it is leather stitched and padded. It does slide and adjust, but no height adjustment. Looking inside, you can see your USB port, which was new for 2009. a power outlet, and a pink aux cable that you're completely disregarding and acting like you didn't see. Now, looking at your glove box, it's not lockable, unfortunately, but who actually locks their glove box? Looking inside, it's not damped, but you do have plenty of room. I do have the Crown Honda of South Point. I have all the manuals and stuff in this little paper protector. But cabin air filter and all that stuff is accessible through the glove box. Looking up here, you do have a little sun visor. These are notorious for breaking, but Honda has issued a recall on them for models 7 years or 100,000 miles. So you have a little mirror, no vanity light. And you have the same thing on this passenger side. As you can see, I do have my little air freshener. I have my lights right here. My power sunroof controls, which is it is an automatic sunroof. I mean, like,
you know how a sunroof works, but I'll demonstrate it because I know someone's going to say, you didn't open the sunroof.
There's that. It does tilt. You have little lighting controls right here to control them if they open, or if they turn on when they open the door. You have a manually dimming rear view mirror. And one thing I really like about these 8th gen Civics is they have a really nice padded woven headliner. That was pretty rare for the compact class, and it's a big improvement over the Cube. But yeah, that's basically it for the front seat. We can go ahead and check out the back now. Coming to the back seat, pretty wide opening doors. No one has ever sat in this back seat besides my father this morning. It's pretty much just spotless. This car was too small to carry the woman's family who owned it, so they always drove her husband's car. So the back seat basically only held her purse. So I'm really excited about that it's not all messed up and stuff. But looking over here, one minor detail that I noticed, the 2013 Jetta that I test drove, this was all like chunk of hard piece plastic. In the Civic, it's all like padded stitched leather, which that's a really, really nice detail. Sitting inside, closing the door. Solid doors too. You have soft touch upper door panel that follow through, your leather stitching in here, and your padded armrest with the leather stitching. Same door handle, same window control. You have a little pocket down here for any bottles or anything like that. Looking at space, it is pretty spacious. I'm like 5'8", 5'9", and I have plenty of room behind myself. And one thing I always thought these were hard plastic, but they're actually not. It's soft. Looking over here, you do have a little mat pocket. Same materials on this door, and all 4 passengers do have cornering handles, I guess you could call them. There's a little dome light. Back here on this hard touch trunk lid, I guess you could say, you have speakers on both sides and little child seat anchors. For those of you that actually care, because that's what YouTubers point out all the time, all 3 headrests back here are adjustable, so yeah. And then on EX and above models, you did get an armrest with cup holders. Since I have leather, it is stitched in leather. No trunk pass-through, unfortunately, but the seats do fold 60/40. So let's go ahead and check out the trunk area. Coming back here to your trunk, there's 2 ways to open it. There's one release inside, and there's one on the key fob if you have an EX and above models. Opening the trunk, it's pretty well finished and all that kind of stuff. You do have a spare tire and jack under here, so you will be passing by all those Forte and Elantra owners trying to fix their flat tire with a Fix-A-Flat. Right here I have my Roadside Assistance Kit. I should probably zip that up. And then I have a just junk box basically wrapped in black duct tape. Yes, I got that bored one day. You do have gooseneck hinges that will crush your cargo. Here's your little seat releases right here for 60/40. And one thing I learned last night was EXL models got a trunk lid liner. All other models on the 8th gen Civic had an exposed trunk lid that showed like wiring and stuff. Here's your little emergency release. But I just think that's a nice touch. I do think it should be on all models, but you know, you can't have everything. So yeah. Guys, that's basically it on my car. Any videos that you guys want to see, feel free to comment below. I know someone's going to comment, do a 0 to 60. I'm not going to do a 0 to 60 right now just because I just got the car. I'm obviously going to baby it. But I'm sure eventually I'll probably do one. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video.